All right, welcome to the unboxing of Rio Rollers Hockey Skate. I love that it says find your flow on it because look, great minds and all that jazz. What I really liked when I read about this skate was the sustainability. Well done, Rio. Well done. I applaud you. They have used fairly minimal packaging and wrapping. It doesn't feel like the box is too glossy, so that's better for recycling. And then when we get out the skate, here we go. Just wrapped in some tissue paper. Let's put that away. Here we go. So we have got Bloom sustainable materials used. You could scan the QR code and learn more about that if you choose to. And let's take a look at the styling of this. These wheels look a little bit like they could be a lighter wheel, but they are not. And that is because this boot is being launched at the price point of $139.99, which is pretty impressive, I think, for a boot of this specification, complete roller skate. So it is a hockey style skate, but intended for recreational skaters. It is quite a wide looking boot, quite wide fitting, and it feels quite padded. But the outer shell is hard toe, so definitely it's going to offer you lots of protection if you are skating outdoors and you are scuffing your toes, anything like that, then this boot will be able to take that. It's pretty durable. It also has a low heel rise, and we know that having that little bit of elevation in your heel means that your weight is going to be slightly more on the front and keep your weight forward. But the high backstay, this is also very firm. The high backstay will also help to force your weight slightly forward. It will be really hard to lean back in this. This skate is not designed, I believe, to be laced all the way to the top. And that is because the laces look quite short, but it arrives partially laced. So let me just sort that out and lace it up fully. There's some really nice touches with this boot. The laces feel quite wide and quite soft. They're not waxed like the Derby laces, but if you like to have longer laces, then you know we can help you with that. We have longer laces available. But inside, let's just pull the tongue out so you can really see. So inside the boot, it's purple lined. We have to approve of that. And it's got, our inner soles are made with Bloom sustainable materials. Okay. And then there's another layer of insole under there. And then you can see the boot construction at the bottom. So I'm not worried about any of those things, but we'll just pop those things back in. It looks like there's a fairly decent amount of arch support to make sure that your foot doesn't get too tired, and it feels fairly padded at the back. The tongue certainly feels quite padded, but it's kind of felt, so it's soft, but it says at the top, "Hey Eco Skater, we like the way you roll. There is pineapple leaf in this skate." Love it. And then it gives you a little bit more information about the what the skate is made of. And they've used recycled plastic in the molded part, and then pineapple leaf leather. So this is not suede. This is a vegan suitable skate, which is very cool. It says maximum weight is 100 kilos. Usually though, that's the maximum weight that they've tested it to. This does feel like a very robust boot, and it probably could support more, but just it's to do with the strength of the plate. So yeah, when we look at children's skates, which are tested up to, or like considered up to kind of a UK 5, 5.5, sometimes a 6. It depends on the manufacturer. It might say weight suitable up to 60 kilos, but if you're a UK size 5 and you're a tall adult and you weigh more than that, we've had plenty of adults use them perfectly successfully, but testing wise, it's only been tested like as a load bearing boot up to that amount. So let's finish lacing this back up. Okay, I like to lace over and down. So we're going to go over and down. I am going to leave this little tag on as I wear it, and I am just going to wear it on carpet because I don't want to mark the skate, the wheels of the skate, but I do want to see how it fits, because that is going to be very important, I feel, going forward. We want to know. They are full sizes only, starting at a UK 5, so very much intended for adult skaters. And they go up to a size, I want to say size 13, but I'm not certain, so I will double check that. We have got a few sizes in stock right now, including this UK size 6, and here's one I laced earlier. So let's go try them on. Okay, let's see how these skates fit. So I would usually wear a size 6. Sometimes I wear a 6.5. In Moxie, I've been wearing a Moxie size 8, but generally in trainers, I will wear a size 6. So let's see how these fit. Actually, this is a size 6 and it feels bang on. I think for me, I'm going to say I would just want to adjust the toe stops a little bit and have those in, but this feels pretty good. They are wide, so if you do have wider feet, you will probably find these very comfortable. I do feel like there's a scene in Friends, and that ages me, that Joey is pretending to be 19, down with the cool kids. However, they are very, very comfortable. So let's just, I think as always, you know, you've got to start from the bottom and lace them all the way up. But I feel the style that you're going to wear them is probably, you do want some movement around the ankle. I don't think you want this skate to be fastened right to the top, unless you're actually playing hockey. If you're actually playing hockey, let's fasten it to the top. I've got loads of room in my toe. My toes are having a great time. So let's see how they feel when I actually put some weight into them and stand up. Ooh, yeah, still very comfortable. I feel like always when people get their roller skates out of the box, they're very tempted to start adjusting trucks, start adjusting wheels, everything else. These feel like the adjustment is already done for you. So honestly, before you start messing about with adjustments, just skate around on them. Especially if they are maybe your first pair of skates. But as an existing skater or somebody who can already skate, I actually feel like I would buy these as an additional pair, maybe to skate outside in, because they are comfy. Because I've not laced them all the way up, when I'm leaning forward, my heel is lifting slightly. I can feel that it's up a little bit. And as I say, I'm not a toe stop wearer, so I would either screw it all the way in or take it out and swap it for a jam plug. However, that's a very small change to make, but certainly for the price, they're well comfy. I'm genuinely quite chuffed about them, and I do think that they're the right size. 6.5, I would go size down, unless you've got I don't have wide feet. I think if you know you've got wide feet, maybe you want to size up but there's not going to be any give in them because of the amount of plastic in the shell. So it's gonna be the breaking in of the padding that's on the inside, and they definitely are well padded. Like the inner sole is decent, all around the side is decent. Yeah, I think we're pretty happy with those. The balance feels good. I mean, they are a standard mount plate, but yeah, I think they feel pretty cool. If I put my hands in my pockets, do I get away with being cooler? Usually I would take these skates and actually have a little bit of a skate in them, but if I take these off our carpet, I'm going to mark the wheels. So, and I don't want to do that because I know these are not my skate. So we'll see how things go. Possibly I will do something more with them and we can go and have a street skate, but obviously there's no way I could take these out for a street skate and then sell them as brand new. Like that would be pretty out of order. So yeah, maybe I will, but actually okay, right, yeah, maybe if I was actually going out skating and not just posing in them, which is what I'm currently doing, I would fasten one more lace hole, like one more. Well done, Rio Roller. I think you've done really well with these, and I think they're going to bring a lot of people a lot of joy this summer. So yeah, very comfortable boot. I think particularly I think they've just done it really well, and you know, they've got purple in it, so what's not to love? A bit of plum and aubergine, and it doesn't feel too in your face, the purple, because they've used it on the lining. Yeah, like, well done.